Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, I have a great collection to show you. First, essential books of bigger sentiments. These are larger and they're just really more prominent than their regular sentiments. So easy to punch out, they're gold foiled, so cute. Then we also have little book apertures. Now, if you're familiar with little books, they come like this. They're just adorable, and there's usually like 120, 140 little pages in here, and so easy to work with. We'll talk more about that, but these are so great. They're gold foiled and silver foiled, and you just pop them right out and you put them right over the little book pages. It's so cute, just like I did on this one. You can see on the back, I just glued the page right in there. This one is going to be our giveaway card for this episode, so stick around. You'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a little flip through here. The bigger sentiments. This is volume 2, I should mention. But look at all this beautiful, it's very tan, very beige, and it's got beautiful gold foiling. I'm not going to read all these, so if you'd like to read them, just pause to read. And then we go same sentiment, same shapes, and we're moving on to yellow. And then this one goes to silver, and this is a gray background. Silver with a blue background. Oops. Silver with a lavender background. Now we're changing up the sentiments, so pause to read. This is the beautiful brown, tan, beige background. This one has gold. And then we've got the yellow again with the gold, the gray with the silver, the blue with the silver, the lavender with the silver. There we go. And now we're changing up the shapes again and the colors. So these were kind of like the same color patterns. Now we have this really beautiful, it's like an orchid color. It's gorgeous. This is in gold. And then here, pause to read. Okay, and then this pretty ivory with gold, really dark forest green with gold, silver and black. A really beautiful medium blue with silver. And there's the orchid with gold again. Got a different shape. Pause to read. All right, and then with the ivory, forest and gold. Now we switch to silver and black, blue and silver, white and gold. Now we're changing the shape and the color scheme again. Pause to read. Okay, and this is sort of a really light, almost a custard yellow color. And then with gold, and then this is red with gold, blue with silver, pink with silver, white with gold, different shape, different sentiments. Pause to read. And then, and I love that there's just like Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday, brother stuff, girl stuff, auntie stuff, grandma stuff. All right, and this was red with gold, blue with silver, pink with silver. Ooh, here go beautiful orange, changing up the color and the pattern. Okay, and then we got brown with gold, navy blue with silver, purple with silver, green with silver, and then changing it up again. Okay, and brown with gold, navy with silver, purple with silver, green with silver. There we go. Great collection. I think you can see we hit all the categories of sentiments there. All right, so this one, you guys, is Little Book Apertures Stunning Silver. Let's familiarize everyone with little books. Little books come like this. They're great big thick pads of repeated images. And this one is just under 4 1/4 inches by just under 6 inches. They're all the same size, okay? And they come with all, this one's called Special Days. And it has all of these fantastic little images, and they repeat. You usually get 6 of each one. So you can, like, if you love one particular image, you could make 6 cards like that. Or we're going to show you examples of other things you could do with them. Really cute. But we also have By the Riverside, so cute. I'm going to link all of these down below the video if you want to take a look at them. When you open them up, you can see better what's inside. If you love peacocks, we have Little Book of Peacocks. And if you love Christmas, start your Christmas cards. These would make such quick and easy Christmas cards, you guys. So I'll link all of those down below so you can check them out. But today, I exclusively used Special Days. But let's take a look at these. So here's all the silver ones. Each one of these is 2 card toppers. So what you would need, each one of these punches out to be 5 by 7. So I have our 5 by 7 Hunkydory cards. They're tent fold like this. They're 7 by 5, 5 by 7. And you can put these in any direction. It just kind of depends on which direction your little book image goes, okay? So beautiful pink and silver, lavender and silver, white and silver. It's kind of a yellowy green, very much a lime green, blue, black, fantastic kind of an aqua, royal blue, nice medium blue, gray. This last one is purple. Okay, and for each one you're getting 24 foiled frames. Okay, here's in gold, gold with orange, black with gold, white with gold, pink, really nice hot pink with gold, purple with gold. One's a cream color, it's almost beige with gold, pink with gold. This is a little different shade of pink, it's almost rose pink. Blue with gold. This is kind of a peachy cream color with gold, and this is very tan. And then you've got green with gold, and then a really pretty sunny yellow with gold. All right, so let's take a look at this first card that I showed you that I did. So I used the white with gold on this one. You just pop the center part out, and then I just took a page from the Little Book of Special Days, okay? And I just took this one for wedding and I glued it, ooh, there's some red on there, glued that right to the back. And what's nice to use with these is just a little fine tip glue bottle. You're putting it just around the edge of the paper and then gluing that down. But you could also use the glue press. This glue bottle is filled with Cosmic Shimmer glue, and I just love that it's got that little fine point. Very nice. It's a great way to conserve glue as well. So once you have this on there, then what we did next was I took another sheet like this one. This is, you can just use one sheet and glue it in the back, or you can sort of kick it up a notch and then you can cut out the image, like the main image or even parts of it, and then you can foam tape it on top of the first image to give it a 3-dimensional look. And I like to just pick out the ones that have the cleanest lines when I do this technique. All right, now this one you're like, oh, do I have to cut out all of those leaves and things? Not at all. Just cut right around them till you get to this other tire, and then we're just going to cut that off. Go around here. All right, so that's half of it already done. And once I cut out the whole thing, I just used our giant wheel of foam tape, which is 50 feet or 150 yards. That's not right. 150 feet or 50 yards of a continuous 1/2-inch wide foam tape, which is really nice to use. Put that on the back, and then you just align the image and you put one on top of the other, and that's how you get this like this. And I actually cut out 2 of them, so I had extra dimension there. So what do you do with it after this? You take your 5 by 7 card and they come in packs just like this from Hunkydory. Okay, there's 10 cards and 10 envelopes in here. And then you're just going to take your glue. You could take tape runner, whatever you'd like. Putting that all around the edges. I like to kind of stay away from the edge a little bit so I have a little squishy room. Just make sure your fold is going the right direction for you. And we're just going to center that. It's just such a nice fit. Just like that. And then your card is ready to go. Right here I have one of the beautiful bigger sentiments. And with this, all you have to do is find a sentiment that's white with the gold. Okay, they have a whole page of those. And then I just foam tape that right there. And then these little dots right there, those are gold pearl jewel dazzle stickers. Those are so nice. And you guys, we have a brand new jewel picker to use with those. I'm trying to get my little pin back in my little glue bottle there. So this new jewel picker, it only has one end on it. We have another one that has two ends, but look at the size of the jewel picker. And then what we like to do is put it right on here, and it lifts up those little circles, and then you can place them so easily. And Debbie and I really love this larger size. It works great. So all of these items you can find listed down below the video. So like I said in the opening, this is going to be our giveaway card for this episode. So how that works is we're trying to promote our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So if you head on over to YouTube, find Paper Wishes and subscribe, give us a thumbs up for this video and leave us a comment. And then after about a week, we will reply, congratulations, YouTube username blank to one lucky viewer. And you have to know what your YouTube username is to identify that. And then we'll give instructions on how to claim your card. And we do this every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for those videos. You get 3 chances a week to win a card. And all of these instructions are also at the end of the video in writing if you want a reminder about that. All right, so let's take out another example. This little happy anniversary card uses the silver collection for the cute little frame apertures. And then I also, once again, use special days. It wasn't hard to find an anniversary one. And then I glued that to the back, glued the aperture to the 5x7 card. And then right here along the top and the bottom, I wanted to decorate this frame part. So I used, we have these clear glitter straight line greeting dazzle stickers. They're straight line border dazzle stickers. They're like this, and they come with a silver edge and a gold edge in this pack. I've of course chose the silver edge to go with my silver foil. And you just place them right across the top and the bottom. I went ahead and foam taped the little greeting there, and then I wanted to add some little sparkly hearts. So I've got our little gold heart dazzle stickers, and you can use the same jewel picker just to pick these up and place them. Did a little graduated in sizes here, kind of cascading hearts. Then I put the hearts right over the existing hearts, also right here, and I think it makes a fun, just a happy anniversary card, but a great Valentine's card too. All right, so what else have I got? Let's see. Here's another one. Fun. All right, so you guys, for this one, I wanted to do something a little masculine. So I used, again, the silver edged, but used this lime green. And I used our Trailblazer 3D paper towel for this one, you guys. This one is so fun. You punch them out, and I knew I wanted to use, well, I started off with knowing I wanted to use this paper towel. So I just found a card that matched the colors. It was not hard. So found one of the little aperture frames and was like, that would look great with this deer. And it's got 3 layers or 4 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just put a little bit of foam tape on the back of the layers and stick them right to this. It's so easy to do, and I think it creates a really cool effect because it's also foiled, sparkly. So on this one, on the back, of this frame, this aperture frame, I took some Joyful Christmas 6x6 pattern cardstock because, you guys, it's got fantastic plaids. So I took this tan plaid, glued it to the back of this lime green frame. All right, and then I took the coordinating lime green and I just used my paper trimmer to cut it into 1/4-inch strips. And I just took my little tool here, a little fine tip glue bottle, and I glued a strip here and here. You just want to make sure that they line up, the top one and the bottom one, so that they're even. And a shorter strip here, and then glued the whole thing to the card front, okay? And then assembled my cute little deer. But before that, I put some of those lime green dazzle stickers. These are little jewel dazzles, because I'm like, I want to pick up that lime green. And I used my jewel picker and I put one in each corner like that. Glued this down, and then you just have to pick out which greeting you want for this one. So I went ahead and I mixed metals a little bit, and I chose, this is a gold greeting, and it says, "To brother like no other," and then foam taped that, added a little bit of the lime green dazzle stickers there. But I wanted to show you, you can kind of mix the colors too. You don't always have to use a gold one with the gold frame. So mix your metals for sure. All right, and my last one, I wanted to give you an idea of what else you could use inside of these frames if you don't have any little books or it's not your thing. We also just think they're great for using hot off the press papers. So for this one, you guys, I used Be Happy 12x12 patterned cardstock, okay? And I just used one that had this cute little jar of honey in there. I think I used this one right here. And I just took the frame and I just sort of centered it on the picture, on the paper, like put it right here, decide where I wanted to have that featured, and then cut the paper, glued it behind this, okay? And then glued the whole thing to a card. That took care of that. And then I used straight line dazzle stickers. These are gold mirror straight line dazzle stickers. And I put one across the top, one across the bottom, and then two down the side, and it just picks up this gold edge on these little aperture frames. So cute. Then I took one of the greetings right here, with love to my beautiful wife. Okay, I don't know how many guys make cards, so I don't know that a guy would make a card for his wife. I hope they would. I would hope that they would say, I'm just going to sit down and make that. But you could also make one for your brother-in-law to give to your sister, or you could make one for your son to give to his wife, which I think is fantastic. So then I added the Be Mine little chipboard, okay, and I used hot pink, and I just popped those out and then put them on a craft mat and just used the surface of the ink pad to color them. We'll color them. And then once again, use my fine tip glue bottle to glue those to the card. These little flowers right here are just so cute and delicate. I used those and colored those using coral and dull green markers. And then added a little 1/8 inch ribbon, which is buried on my desk. Here we go. I love this ribbon collection because it's got so many colors in it. And when you just want a little tiny small something, it really adds a little bit of dimension, and love that. Then on the inside of the card, covered the inside of the card with what was left of this 12x12. And then this right here is one of the cutout toppers that we have. Put that in there. Inked the edges of everything using a little bit of gingerbread ink. But I also want to show you what's on the back of this card. Handmade just for you also comes in that collection of sentiments. So you're all set. Everything works really well together. And as I said, I just find that I find a paper or a little book image that I want to use, and then I just go to the collection of apertures and find a color that goes with that. That's easy. And then I go to the little book of bigger sentiments, and I find a coordinating image or coordinating sentiment. So it all goes together very, very quickly. I think it'd be a fantastic way to do your Christmas cards this year. Really, really fast. And if you need a quick card to make, this is the way to go as well. All right, you guys, so we have a fantastic money saver on this collection. If you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, it's right there on the right-hand side. And then all the supplies that we used are down below the video. There's also full color pictures of the cards. But if you're looking for, you know, just the sentiments or just this 3D paper towel, they're all listed down below. If you're watching us on YouTube, hello, it would be great if you would subscribe to our channel because it really helps our videos grow. Like, comment, and subscribe. And there's also a link below the video on YouTube that will take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page. Don't forget, this is our giveaway card. Okay, thanks you guys. I'll see you in the next one.